Hi everybody, this is Julie. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a video of Captain Marvel, my version of her. And I apologize, this is one of my first videos, so I'm still getting the angles right. So we'll kind of go fast through the line art since it's definitely not the best angle. But I really enjoyed doing Captain Marvel. I'm using an ILLO sketchbook, which I am very fond of. They have nice thick paper. It will bleed through to the one side, so you can put like an extra piece of paper between just not to waste any sheets of paper. But it just depends on how many layers of alcohol ink I use here as to whether or not it's going to bleed all the way to the next page. And I'm getting close to finishing the fine liner. And I'm going to switch over to the alcohol markers. This is a Studio 71 marker set that I got on Amazon March 2019. It was $48.66 and it's a 48-piece set by Studio 71 Darice markers. And I did a color swatch here. You can see one thing about these markers is the caps do not match the colors very well at all. And the deceiving thing is the cap you can put on the end, they actually fit, but they're too loose and they will fall off. So if you put the caps on the end, they will fall off and you may go digging under the table like I did to retrieve your cap. The blending on these markers is excellent. It is very comparable to Copic. However, the brush nibs on them fray pretty quickly. They also are not refillable like Copic's. So I ran out of one of the blues pretty quickly because I used it as a background color in several pieces, and I had it less than a month. So yeah, they may not last you really long, but they are excellent markers for what they are. You can see here I am blending two different shades on the face, and you can see how well those blend together. Some excellent shading capability with these Studio 71 markers. I have tried a number of different alcohol ink markers because I really didn't want to believe that Copic could always be the best, and honestly I really don't think they are. And I think the problem is that depending on where you buy your Copics, they may sit in a warehouse for a really long time, because I know recently I've bought some and they have been almost completely dried out, and you know, you end up buying a refill almost immediately. That's not really acceptable when you're spending that much on markers. And then you get ones like this that are just completely filled with ink and totally different compared to the Copics I had just bought. And these do blend just as good, but unfortunately not refillable. So that's kind of your trade-off if you're going to buy whole new markers and have to gradually throw them away, or buy your nice Copics and have to get refills. And these brush nibs definitely don't hold up, but by the time they really start becoming worthless, you're pretty much out of ink anyway, so you're just going to toss your marker. So that's probably not really an issue. This does have a decent color variety of the 48 different markers that I got in this set, and there's other sets you can choose from, and they actually have separate colors available besides just the 48-piece set. I'll tell you a little about me. I am a disabled mom. I have two girls. I draw my kids a lot, but I love drawing all kinds of different things, superheroes. I own my own wristband business, and I do a lot of artwork for that. It's called Beat Bands with a Z. So I may show you some different artwork I'm working on for that. I use different mediums, from sketching to digital art to painting, watercolor, acrylics. So, crafter of many different things. And I'm going to be switching over to my reds, and this is a much better angle. Sorry about that. So I will definitely work on my angle so you can see more of what I'm drawing as I'm doing it. I just got this easel from Amazon the other day, and it's great. You spend a long time sitting and drawing, you get some major neck strain, and this was pretty helpful. Now I just have to figure out a great way to set up the camera angles while using the easel so you can still see what I'm doing. We'll work on that. So I'm dropping in a lighter red all over. These really don't streak much. Plenty of ink in them, these markers. Now I drop in the darker color over my lighter color. Get some shading in there. The colors will layer really nicely. And then I will go back with the lighter red and kind of blend those out a little bit. You can see those flames. When you start out, I started with a really vibrant orange, and I didn't use the brush tip, I used the other nib, kind of the corner of it, so you can get a finer line. And then I used a few different colors of yellow and then a cream type color on the outside to kind of give it that glowing look and blend all the colors together. And you can see I'm using that same cream here and starting with the lighter color because you want to leave a reflection on that gold. So you want to put down your lighter color first and then go in and leave the lighter color kind of in the center like it's reflecting the light, and then fill in the darker colors, like a darker yellow. And then I went back in with the lighter and kind of blended it out a little bit. And I was checking my blues to kind of see which two might go the best together just for this piece. So I layered my lighter blue, fixing up some line work there. So layer my lighter blue first so I can get the reflections on her suit. And this one's, it's kind of awkward. You want to get that female shape in there and be able to show the boobs on the top. But the way her suit is, you have to do it by a reflection to be able to show the correct proportions on her suit. So I went back over with an even lighter blue to mark the area that would be shinier on the top, and then went over with the darker blue to do the shading, and then I'll go over it later with some other elements to get that shine on the suit. So you can see that kind of hourglass type shape and shadow. So we're getting those darker colors in. And it's kind of hard to figure out, how you want your shading to be, because she does have those flames coming out of her hands, and those will leave light on some areas and dark on others, and so I just kind of did what I wanted. So adding some more shading to all those different stitching elements on her suit. Gotta get around the ribs there. See that curvature better around her hips. Blend that out. I like the way this came together. I think she looks pretty cool. Kind of layering some more of that color. And with these, you'll find you just want to let it dry a little bit, and then you can go back and you can layer several times with these, and it really adds to it. So here you can see I took some yellow because those flames would be reflecting on that suit, and added some yellow up to the arms. Here I'm doing the eyes. I did a couple different shades of brown to the eyes and then filled in with my fine liner. I use a number of different brands of fine liners. This is a Sakura, and I think I got it in one of my art subscription boxes. I do several of those. I always use a couple different shades of pinks on the lips, because you'll see kind of a reflection on the lips too. I went back over with some darker browns to show the darker darks. The underneath she has way more shadow on her hair. It's kind of blowing in the wind. And then I'll go back over with like a lighter cream brown. Blend it all together. And then you can see I left some like highlight shine there in different areas on the hair. One thing about this set is that they actually don't come with a blending brush like a lot of the alcohol ink markers will. Those can come in handy when you're doing those shiny parts in the hair, but it's not always necessary because you can use the lighter color markers as blenders. And one time the blenders really do come in handy is actually if you make a mistake and you need to take off some ink. That's really what they're good for. If you kind of go over the line a little bit and take your colorless blender, and it will remove ink. It doesn't really blend per se, it actually removes ink from your piece. This is a paint marker, white paint marker. And you can see where I went in here and added that shine to really make it pop more with the white marker. It gives it that kind of old comic booky look, and I really like that. I added some of that same white to the flames to get some dimension in the fire. I love adding the white paint markers to pieces. Here she is, Captain Marvel. Blend in her hair. Now in my sketchbook, these blend to the other side, and I hate leaving that, so I drew over it with, markers that don't bleed through to the alternate piece. And you can see how different she looks here with the black outline on the bleed piece. I think that looks way more fun in my sketchbook. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everybody. And let me know what you think of my video.